Peace, family. This is Brother DJ with My Olive Leaf, myoliveleaf.com. Just wanted to make another short video just thanking the family for all of the support. For those of you who called, who sent emails, and also purchased product, the olive leaf extract as well as the Lamo herbal pads, we definitely give thanks for you for your support. And also want to give thanks and appreciation to Brother Rich with Underground Railroad Production for his continued support of the information, of all the vital information that's important for our community to know, especially as it relates to health and wellness. So again, on behalf of Brother Heru, Sister Ajay, and myself, we give thanks to Underground Railroad Productions for the continued support, and Brother Rich specifically. Also wanted to make an announcement to say that we are actively soliciting brothers and sisters from across our community, really across the country, who are interested in becoming distributors of olive leaf extract as well as the Lamo herbal pads. We are looking to build a distributorship of about 120 affiliates all over the country, distributors. And it's just important to note that this is not a network marketing opportunity or a multi-level marketing situation. This is a direct distributorship opportunity that we're affording brothers and sisters in our community who take health and wellness serious and want to be able to bring these viable solutions in terms of olive leaf extract and the Lamo herbal pads to their local community. So again, if you're interested in that, you can give us a call at 612-567-3263. And again, that's 612-567-3263, or you can shoot us an email at myoliveleaf@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line, distributorship opportunity. Just to give you an example of the kind of numbers that we're talking about in terms of distributors, we're looking to bring in 15 distributors in the New York City area, 7 distributors in Baltimore, 4 distributors in New Orleans, 15 distributors in Los Angeles. We're looking for 3 distributors in Charlotte, North Carolina, 7 distributors in DC, 10 in Philadelphia, 2 in Little Rock, Arkansas, 5 in Miami, and 3 distributors in Dallas. We are actively looking for distributors to come on board with the olive leaf extract and Lamo herbal pads. So again, if you're interested in that, please contact us via the phone number or the email address. So now, wanted to give some information, family, specifically about what it is that we do here at the Sweet Spot Detox Boutique. Every week, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Sister Ajay and I, we host a free holistic wellness workshop, free and open to the public, where folks can come in, throughout the Atlanta metro area and come in and get this vital information on holistic wellness, free of charge. Again, as many of you know, Sister Ajay is a womb practitioner, holistic wellness expert. I'm a wellness advocate, and we have teamed up to really bring this vital information to our community in a way that's understandable for brothers and sisters where they may be, whether they're vegans or vegetarians, whether they're eating meat, whether they share our political background or not. We are serious about bringing this opportunity to people of African descent, and we do it free of charge every week, again, at the Sweet Spot Detox Boutique in metropolitan Atlanta. And if you want more information on that, you can also call us and we'll be more than happy to provide it for you. So specifically, the conversation today will center around some of the points that we brought up a couple weeks ago in our initial video, and that is related to the kidney. Why is there such a plethora of dialysis clinics popping up all over our community? What is that about? Why are there so many dialysis clinics all throughout our community? You don't see these dialysis clinics in other communities. Why is this such a concentrated effort in the black community? And one of the things that we have found out is we've traced it all the way back, and we had to try to figure out the root cause of the sickness and disease that we face, right? And oftentimes, doctors may tell us, or we may just assume that many of the issues that we're dealing with are hereditary. And that may be the case sometimes, but more often than not, the intergenerational issues that we tend to deal with are not hereditary at all. they're oftentimes cultural. And let me give you a practical example of what that means. Big Mama had a way of cooking and preparing food. She may have been from the South or Midwest and cooked food based on the traditions that were passed on to her. And she in turn passed those traditions on to her daughter, who passed it along to her daughter. Now, oftentimes the way that food has been prepared will cause an increase in blood pressure, diabetes, and things like that. And doctors will surmise that these things, if they have been prevalent in many generations, are now hereditary. But they're not hereditary at all. It's because of those cultural traditions or customs that have been passed down. Big Mama cooked with table salt. She passed those techniques in ways down to her daughter, who then passed it along to her daughter. And they just manifest itself or look on the surface as hereditary. But these things are cultural. So we have an opportunity with the changing of our diets to really stem what we tend to think is hereditary. We can stop it in its tracks so that it no longer causes harm to the next generation. We have to understand that. Again, it's important for us to understand many of the things that we think are hereditary are actually cultural based. They have been passed along to us over generations. Now, going back to Ma'afa or chattel enslavement, enslaved Africans were forced to eat a specific type of diet that unfortunately is the very thing that is causing so much harm in our daily lives in 2017. So again, during chattel enslavement, we were fed a diet high in protein, high in fat, high in sugar, and high in sodium or salt. And this continued to be the case for several generations. We know, we were in the fields picking cotton, picking tobacco, doing many different things outside. And our diet was given to us or forced on us primarily based on the type of work that we were doing. We were sweating all day. We were exerting a lot of energy, and we needed to an easy supply of energy that was oftentimes found in sugar. Sugar can easily be converted over to energy in a relatively short amount of time. So we were fed these types of diets for generations. But unfortunately, what has happened is the slave diet or diet that enslaved Africans were given became a cultural thing for us because we were held in captivity for over 400 years. You see? And so these things became a cultural phenomenon. And we now tend to refer to that particular diet as soul food. You see? So now you should be able to see the connection in things that we did not have to deal with when we were in Africa on the continent. We did not have issues with high blood pressure. We didn't have issues with diabetes, lupus, cancer, and all of these things when we were eating the right types of diets for our bodies. But as a result of Ma'afa or chattel enslavement, they ushered in a whole different way of eating, a whole different diet to us as people of African descent. And this type of diet has and it is continuing to wreak havoc on our bodies. It really is. So again, the root cause of sickness and disease goes back to Ma'afa or chattel enslavement for the African. Now, it's important for us, for the gist of this conversation, to really understand how important the kidney is, how important kidneys are in the maintenance and functioning of the body. The kidneys are the primary filter in the body, and they are responsible directly for how long we stay in optimal health. They really are. You cannot maintain optimal health without fully functioning kidneys, brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, again, environmental stressors that Sister Ajay talked about, environmental toxins, poor diet, all of these things are leading to the breakdown of our kidneys at earlier and earlier ages. You have brothers as well as sisters now going on kidney dialysis in their 30s and 40s. This was unheard of 30 or 40 years ago. You see, where we had people in their 70s and 80s that may have wound up on kidney dialysis, but now those dialysis patients are becoming younger and younger as a result of the poor diet. This is what we have to understand. So the kidneys are of primary importance in maintaining optimal health. Why are they so important? Because they are the primary filter for the human body. Blood goes into the kidneys. Blood goes into the kidneys, and then they are actually filtered. The kidneys function as the cleanser for the blood. And when blood flows from the kidneys, the blood is supposed to be clean. The blood is supposed to be free of all of the harmful things that is absorbed through, again, environmental toxins and poor diets. So when our kidneys go bad, the necessary filter in order to maintain optimal health is it causes a deterioration in our bodies. And that's what we're experiencing in this country on our people en masse. So what has this system done? I mentioned in our initial video that Warren Buffett has now invested over $4 billion in DaVita Healthcare. DaVita Healthcare is the second largest provider of dialysis treatments in this country. And the interesting thing about it is DaVita's target market is almost exclusively the black community. The black community. You'll be able to see in this slide the fact that DaVita Healthcare understands that dialysis patients are a captured market. In other words, in order for them to continue to live, they have to have dialysis treatments 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Otherwise, they will transition or they will pass away. So if your kidneys are not functioning properly, then what doctors are doing, they're steering our people into the dialysis clinics primarily for the purpose of profit, because one dialysis treatment, brothers and sisters, is upwards of $2,000. Upwards of $2,000 for one dialysis treatment. And if you're going 3 times a week, you just think about how much money is being made off of our sickness and disease. How much money is being made off of our sickness and disease. So Warren Buffett understands, as an investor, this is a very lucrative market. 90% of the people that are on dialysis are people of African descent, and 90% of those are on Medicaid and Medicare, representing the most vulnerable aspect of our community. These folks, or our people, are being totally taken advantage of by this predatory pharmaceutical and medical cartel. So again, family, we have to understand what the dialysis clinics like DaVita Healthcare and others are designed to do. They're designed to make billions of dollars off of the backs of the most vulnerable people in our community, our elders oftentimes. Okay, so there are practical things that we can do to stem the tide and outright stop this thing from happening. And this is why we promote olive leaf extract as much as we do. It is of primary importance for our community to understand why olive leaf extract is important in maintaining optimal kidney health and function. It's also an excellent herbal detox. It's great for issues related to lupus, eczema, a whole host of different things that we have to understand. But again, we have to know without a shadow of a doubt that there is a war being waged on our bodies by the pharmaceutical and medical cartel. And if we are not mindful, awake, and aware of what's going on, we will feed into this predatory system, and then they will just be able to use our bodies as pretty much slot machines. Again, of primary importance is the function of kidneys, and how the kidneys are really designed to be the primary filter of the body. Without proper kidney health, it is impossible to maintain optimal health. So again, family, I want to share this short story with you. There was a brother who called me about 2 months ago. His name is Craig. He's from Florence, South Carolina. And he called me about olive leaf extract. He's a truck driver. And he had recently lost his CDL. Well, he lost his CDL license, his commercial driver's license, about 3 months prior to calling me. And the brother asked me, he said, well, DJ, is olive leaf going to be able to help me? I drive trucks, but I haven't been able to drive because I haven't been able to pass my Department of Transportation physical because my blood pressure has been so high. I've been taking pharmaceutical drugs for the last 5 years, and all of a sudden they just seem to stop working for me. So when I went in to take my initial test to renew my license, my commercial driver's license, I failed because of my high blood pressure. And he had been out of work for 3 months, and he was facing a serious economic hardship for his family. He had 2 twin sons, and his wife was expecting the birth of their first daughter in about a couple of months. So the brother really needed to go back to work soon. Otherwise, he was going to be, in a very bad financial situation. So I said, brother, it's no doubt in my mind that Olive Leaf can work for you. This is what you need to do along with it. Let's make some small changes. So the brother got the bottle, and he scheduled his follow-up medical exam about 2 weeks after he began to take the Olive Leaf. And the brother blood pressure was spot on in the normal range, and he was able to get his commercial driver's license back, and he's back driving on the road, able to, take care of his responsibilities as a man for his wife and his children. I'm saying all that to say that this brother got results, not by a lecture, not by any of those things, but by a practical solution that solved his particular issue. You see, he had an issue of high blood pressure. It caused him to lose his commercial driver's license. He sought us out as a solution. We were able to provide it for him, and he's back, earning money for his family. You see, so these are some of the practical things that we have the ability to do, family, when we understand what our primary obligations are. It's to serve our community, to present holistic wellness products in a way that our people can understand, that, and articulate a clear message that's concise and at something and at a price that they can afford. You see, there's no reason why our people have to suffer deteriorating health, especially at the hands of the pharmaceutical industry, when there are natural alternatives to solve all of these things without any side effects at all. Without any side effects. So again, family, I just want to say thank you for all of you who support our work. Again, Brother Rich in Underground Railroad TV Productions. On behalf of Brother Jesus, Sister Ajay, and myself, we say peace, family.